If you're in your 50s or 60s, watch this video to the very end. I'm going to give you 3 life lessons from people in their 70s. The last one is very dangerous. It's very, very common. Watch this to the very end because you do not want to miss that last one. It's something I've seen with a lot of our clients. Now, I work in the financial services industry. I've worked in the financial advice space for the last 5 years. I work with a lot of older people, people in their 70s, 80s, even 90s, and I think that we need to really take these people's perspective with extreme, extreme seriousness because if things work out, we will be them. And you will never find a dying man say he wish he spent more time in the office, or you'll never find a dying man saying he wish he just spent a little bit more time, um, you know, prioritizing that extra deal, that extra dollar. Usually, this is a time where we look back in our life and we look at relationships and we look at values and faith. And although, yeah, finance is very important, this is not going to be the thing that's the most important aspect of our life in our elderly years. The first life lesson I would say is it's okay to say no. I see a lot of people in their 50s and 60s still saying yes to everything, trying to grow and expand their business. Why? Okay, making money is great. Creating generational wealth, creating real wealth is important. But if you're just saying yes for the sake of saying yes and you're just growing for the sake of growing, all right, that's pretty much a cancer cell's motivation. Growth for the sake of growth is not a good thing. Knowing when to say no is important because when you won't only have a certain amount of time, you want to value your family, your health, your relationships, your finances, but that's it. Okay, and if you're just saying yes to appease other people, no, we're not doing that. The second thing I think is extremely important is to remember the stages of life. When you're young, you have all the energy and time in the world, but you don't have any money. When you're middle aged, you have a lot of money, you have a lot of energy. Sorry, I had to think about it. You don't have any time. You have kids, you have a mortgage, you're a full-time employee, you got no time. You're sleep deprived. When you're older, you have money, you have time, you don't have any energy or health. So just realizing these things and trying to strategically get ahead of your health declining, spend time prioritizing relationships, love people, love your family, spend time. And that kind of perfectly bleeds into the last thing is have a financial plan. Okay. Now you can click the link below if you're interested. I'm not really taking on clients right now, but maybe we can work together in the future. If you're in your 50s and 60s and kind of approaching that retirement age, but having a plan, because so many people just don't have any sort of structure or plan, or they have a stupid plan. Like, I'm not going to phase out. I'm just going to go 100 to zero, full-time employee to zero, completely retired on a random day, no matter what the market's doing that year. You want to kind of phase out strategically, ideally. And if you're dead set on going from full-time to completely retired, then you want to be able to pick at least a time period to do that that makes sense with the markets. I think it's become kind of the normal structure to just retire. But a lot of times, at least with my clients and people that we've worked with, it's not really a healthy way to go about business. And it's not really a great way to set yourself up for success in life because it's just kind of like an identity crisis. You have too much time on your hands. Um, and these are kind of the main life lessons I would say you can learn from people in their 70s on.